So I wanted to touch on this theory for a while, and I was compiling evidence, and there is a good amount of archaeological evidence supporting that some of the Native American tribes could have been Israelites. There is numerous archaeological evidence supporting that there were Israelites in North America, definitely predating Columbus, probably predating the Vikings as well, and maybe even predating the Irish monks that came here. Now, all of these artifacts are found in North America, and it's so fascinating that it's actually Paleo Hebrew written on these, and most of them are speaking of the Torah or the name of God. And there's actually a lot of evidence to support it. I mean, it was all throughout the newspapers when these things were discovered. So clearly, I believe that there's enough evidence to prove that they were the Israelites. I mean, look at the amount of evidence. And before the settlers came to America and started destroying everything and ruining all the topography, it's actually shown here that this was they believed it to be a Native American site, but as you can see from above, they were Israelites. There's also myths and legends around when King Solomon was reigning in Israel. He was actually getting his gold from the Philippines, which could be mentioned in the Bible as Ophir. It's a possible scenario. I mean, he definitely had the capability. So it could definitely be the case of the Native Americans possibly being the Israelites, some of the tribes, or maybe all of the tribes. It's interesting looking into the actual language of the Native Americans and the Hebrews. It's fairly similar, and also the spoken language is pretty similar as well. So, knowing that the Messiah came for the lost tribes of Israel, and if the Native Americans are a tribe of Israel, wouldn't they be included into that? Well, this book here actually goes into the Native American myths and legends and their stories of a white healer that came and did miraculous things, healed people, raised people from the dead, and preached one God. Now, this is throughout all of their legends and stories, which was compiled in this book. Now, I'm not going to argue the skin color of Jesus or Yeshua, whatever you want to call him. I'm not going to argue the skin color of him on this video, but it is very fascinating how all of the Native Americans have kind of the same similar stories of this white healer that came there preaching one God. Now, this book could be true or false. I'm not here to say if it is or not. It is fascinating, though, to think, that he did walk the Americas. And in this book, it actually talks about the missing days of Yeshua when he's with his apostles and how they spoke about how he would disappear for long periods of time. And maybe those periods of time he came over here to the Americas and walked, preached, taught, did miracles. I mean, how amazing that is. He actually walked this land.